You're watching 10/8 TV, an inside look at your Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. 10/8 TV starts right now.
Welcome back to another episode of 10/8 TV. On Tuesday, we celebrated National Crime and Intelligence Analysts Appreciation Day. Our analysts play a pivotal role in making the Sheriff's Office a success. Their work is usually under the radar, but they help our deputies and detectives identify suspects and solve crimes, from retail thefts to homicides and everything in between. So a big thank you to our analysts and all the hard work you do. This week, we're also recognizing the forensic disciplines within our agency in honor of National Forensic Science Week. The work they do is essential to the criminal justice system, using science as a tool to find answers and crack cases.
My name is Casey Van Savage. I'm a crime scene analyst. As a crime scene analyst, I locate, document, collect, process, and preserve evidence. That evidence could be trace evidence, such as hairs and fibers, or it could be physical evidence, like firearms, clothing, or really anything related to the crime scene.
The work we do on scene in the lab can make or break a case. So if an investigator is not given information on who the suspect is by a witness or a victim immediately, they rely on forensic evidence many times.
How important is forensic science in law enforcement?
Depending on the case, it can be critical or necessary, and it's certainly something that jurors expect. We have 4 different units that deal with forensic disciplines at the Sheriff's Office. We have forensic chemists. They work in our drug or our chemistry lab.
There are 2 forensic chemists in the drug laboratory at the Sheriff's Office, and it is our responsibility to take in items of evidence that are suspected to be illegal or controlled substances in a variety of forms: powders, tablets, pills, vegetation, and use a variety of instrumentation and wet chemistry to conduct our analysis on those items of evidence.
And they don't do that just for the Sheriff's Office. They do it for all law enforcement agencies in the County of Sarasota, as well as our federal partners. We also have a forensic identification unit, and they're the ones that analyze prints from crime scenes and prints from arrestees to make sure they are who they say they are, and they register our sexual offenders. On top of that, we have a digital forensics lab.
Their job is just to look at electronic evidence: computers, cell phones, tablets, watches. Anything that's electronic that could have evidence on it, it's their job to get the evidence off that device and present it to the detective.
And then, of course, we have the crime scene unit. And I lovingly call us the nerds of the agency. Citizens, when they think of the Sheriff's Office, think of deputies. We're another part of that. And we respond out to scenes to analyze them and reconstruct them, identify and locate evidence. When we respond back to the lab, we can process that evidence for fingerprints, collect DNA, and we deal with submitting that evidence to other forensic disciplines, whether it be at our agency or other agencies.
So even though our job can be very heartbreaking at times, I really enjoy the scientific and investigative side of our job. That includes blood spatter analysis, gunshot trajectory, varying stages of decomposition, chemical processing, and using alternate light sources to view blood and other bodily fluids, advanced photography, and the use of our 3D scanner.
All the things normal people may find weird are things that we find fascinating.
You know, all the units that we just talked about is mostly comprised of civilians. They're not cops with guns, and their job is equally as important as a deputy's job. Because if you don't collect the evidence or analyze it the right way, then you have no case. If you don't get the evidence off of a cell phone in the right way, you have no case. If you don't identify someone through fingerprints, then you have no case. So their job is to basically give the detective what they need to do their job.
Stay safe, and we'll see you next time on 10/8 TV.